the upper right, we have our Zerg player down one game. He is.
Gene Air Green Wings.
No.
That was, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a different guy even speaking there.
In the bottom left, we have our Protoss player. He is.
KT roster stats.
You can see that flash in his glasses. That means he's spamming his vision hockey. He's jumping around the map, setting those camera hockeys. I should say, wow, we have a 9 pool here.
Oh, cool, man. Well, let's see what the Protoss is going to do. I mean, a rush like this.
A lot of these Protosses today have been like playing blind, you know. Sorry to run over you there.
No, you're fine. That's very true. A lot of Protosses are not scouting right away. And you know, with the quick pull like this, you can just kill somebody. We see the Nexus is going to come down here.
Yeah.
This could be pretty bad, Wolf.
Let's
if
find
you're
out.
Protoss.
Let's see. See how he reacts here. He needs to send his probe to scout, and if he doesn't, okay. Even if he does scout, this is going to be really hard. How do you think he's going to respond? Try to get a forge up in the main? I don't know. He's already going to start a gateway.
I mean, I don't.
It's going to take some probe.
I don't know if
pulls and
this is
some
really
good
going
micro.
to. Yeah, I mean, he's about to get blindsided by this, so.
It's a big commitment too. He goes 4 more links and a queen. All right, he's about to see it. Sees it now. Okay. Starting another pylon right there.
This is going to really hurt for Stats. Again, as I was saying at the start of this match, guys, Stats will pick the map if he loses this, but this is a pretty brutal counter right now to what Stats is doing right now. And this is a good prediction. He said, okay, well, he's going to go for a map. Probably go for expand on a map like this. So this is a good splitting, too. We have the links coming up now. Now, let's see if Stats can pull a miracle out here. Now, notice he cut that up because he wants to make sure he can get the Nexus and still do harass. We see a lot of Zergs do one or the other. Usually just go for the probes, and occasionally the Protoss can recuperate from games like this. The Zealot's almost out. The Nexus is canceled. Nice move there.
Surprised he doesn't make the second pylon next to his gateway, because if he loses that pylon, he basically loses the game.
This is true. Oh my
nice
God.
round. And he's chrono boosting the gateway again, but he's going to lose that pylon, and then what's he going to do? I mean, it's so low, 126. He's getting closer to that first Zealot. Or second Zealot, excuse me.
It's almost out, and it looks like it's barely going to pop out here. But then he gets another surround on it. Oh! Okay, so the probes get too close. He backs up again. Now keep in mind, guys, Zerg is just making drones behind this, and these probes are not mining over and over and over again.
He just started another pylon. Like, I mean, am I wrong, or... Okay, is that... Okay, the one to the north does power it. I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
And, well...
I mean, he would have gotten supply blocked, but, like, anyways, I was getting panicky there for a second.
Well, you know, here's the problem for the Protoss is that that expansion's pretty late. Since it's been canceled, this is not the position Protoss wants to play from. He's starting to Nexus now. I got to commend Stats, though. He's got really good control. We have seen Protosses come back from situations like this.
Yeah.
I did like the splitting there by Rogue with the groups of links.
You know, defending that pylon was pretty critical. He had to pull so many probes, and that cost him a lot of mining, but this is definitely recoverable, because even though his Nexus is late, the third base for Rogue is also very, very late, and he doesn't have any gas, doesn't have any tech, whereas Stats is now going to be able to, you know, he's been researching Warp Gate for a while, maybe even do some sort of follow-up gateway pressure. He's got this Zealot and Mothership Core across the map, too, just doing a little bit of poking, maybe trying to force some more lings, keep that worker count high.
Really, it's going to come down to Stats' ability to play on this map in the game that he definitely did not prepare to play.
Yeah.
You know, the way he had it in his mind initially.
Right.
This is always annoying. It's the same as if you're Zerg and they cannon rush you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, crap. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, they have practiced responses to that, but really you want to play that ideal streamline. I get my build from point A to point Z, the end game, where I have everything, I have all the answers, and I can win. Stats going to do a counterattack.
Yeah, that gateway attack. Unscouted, actually, is thus far. I mean, he has a good idea now seeing these Stalkers moving across. Stalker, Zealot, Mothership Core, that is to say. And the pylon gets up uncontested, and he's got 3 gates behind this to warp in stalkers. The lings are slow. This could do a lot. That queen is going to be vulnerable. Here come those first 3 stalkers. Mothership core with a lot of energy built up as well.
Okay, he's coming up now. Is Stats going to turn this game upside down? I got to say,
find out. That time warp is so good on those lings.
Okay, but he has used that one time warp now, so he's going to have to make that work as much as he can. And actually, he's taking out these links really, really well here. The drones are being pulled out. The third base is under real risk of actually just being completely eliminated.
It may just be taken out here with another warp and a stalkers.
Also, you got to keep in mind, Zerg doesn't want to overextend in defending this. It's getting lower, 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 lower. A Forge now starting. 18 lings and a Roach Warren. Also a possibility for Zerg to try to counterattack or something. I mean, Zerg getting spent on options here as well. He's going to stay right here outside the egg.
Yep. And it's just going to be 2 lings that come out here and die. If he gets his Zealots at the front, even Speedlings are going to have, not the easiest time dealing with this. And I want to know the Mothership Core energy. I don't think he's going to be able to recall anytime soon, will he? Unless he had a ton of energy.
To see. We haven't seen its energy just in a little bit here. Nice
control
control
he's almost
here.
had a recall, but not quite.
Okay, it's at 92, so it's still got a little bit of time. But I got to say, actually, the control here, it might not actually even matter for a Rogue because there's just so many Zealots here. He's just cleaning up these drones.
Look at the worker count. He drops, plummets to 29.
And, wow, with more Stalkers coming in here, you know what? He could just keep outmaneuvering these lings. And there's enough Zealots here to sponge up damage. Wow.
GG, I can't believe he just won with that game. Or with that push. I can't even believe that that just happened.
I just, you see an opening like that from Zerg, and I even think the way that Rogue handled it, where he made sure he got the Nexus, and then he harassed the probes. Bar, I mean, obviously, if you can kill the Protoss there, if you have just get the right hits off to surround the Zealot or get the pylon, but even then, I thought that rush went about as well as it possibly could have against what we can now see as a Code S quality Protoss.
Yeah,
but even with that, and what you do with that rush is you stop the Nexus and you interrupt the probe mining, and then you just keep making drones and drones and drones back at home. But the counterattack there from Stats, really nice play.
He got that warp gate research coming up really, really fast, and he was able to utilize that. He knows his opponent doesn't have link speed. He knows because he's droning so heavily, he doesn't have a lot of lings. The links came up very slow, allowed him to kill that base, which meant then no more larva at that base, and he was just able to slowly push his way forward there with the right number of units. He knew his opponent was not making any roaches, couldn't probably afford those, so he just kept making zealots after the initial stalkers and ended the game there.
Stats gets out of our group here. It really nicely played, really impressive. We're going to take a short little break. When we come back, we're going to go on to our next best of 3 here in the GSL.